Hi, Varsha. How are you?
Hi, Siddharth. I'm good, thanks, and you?
I'm great, and I look forward to asking you some questions today. Please tell me, how did your journey to holistic practitioner begin?
So, I've always been very curious at a young age. I was that annoying person at every prayer and every other bit and piece of something that we went to where I needed to know the answers. So, you could say, in a way, I've always been into the esoteric, the holistic, the supernatural. And then my dad passed away in 2016. And I think as a coping mechanism, I kind of looked into different things that I could do to help deal with the grief. So it started off by learning to become a meditation facilitator, working with yoga nidra, mantras, and then I found that I really enjoyed it. And then I moved into Reiki, so I am now a Reiki master. Then I
Wow.
also moved into crystal healing. So that was another push when my mom passed away. I'm one of those people that likes to study when I am bored or trying to find a way to cope emotionally. So I ended up studying that. And then prior to that, I did neurolinguistic programming. I was a timeline therapy practitioner. I also did my shamanic practitioner training for almost a year and a half. So it's been quite a lot of different holistic fields that I've gone into. And I think the most recent ones is a yin yoga teacher and a kids yoga teacher. So for
Wow.
me, it's really about understanding a holistic way of being. And also with the clients and people that I work with, I wanted to give them options. Um, like I know when I had my dad pass away and my mom pass away, there were different emotions, different things that I needed to deal with. And sometimes one particular thing doesn't suit everyone. So I wanted to have or create different things that would appeal to different people. Everyone's journey is a bit different. But it started off as a healing journey for me, and it moved into becoming a practitioner and helping others.
Who are the people that you look up to in the space that you're in?
Um, there are a lot of people in the esoteric space at the moment. So for me, first and foremost, are all my teachers, all my mentors, and the people that have really worked hard with me. They've given me a whole new perspective on life. So Carrie Geronim from School of Energy, um, Taryn from Shakti Yoga, uh, quite a few different people, but on a larger scale, I find that I resonate very highly with Gurudev, Satguru, and there is a
Hmm.
really lovely lady in America. I think it's Rachel Kirkland. She's called the Modern Shaman. So what I like about them is they've got a very modern view of holistic things, of Ayurvedic stuff, of all of our upbringing and cultural stuff. It's just got a really nice, fresh perspective that makes it understandable for the younger generation, although I feel old nowadays.
Sorry about your mom and dad, by the way.
Oh, shame. Thanks. Thanks, Siddharth. I want to say it's
Okay.
part of the, at least they
Oh,
visit me in my every so often to shout.
okay. What have been your highs thus far?
Mm, I think for me, the highs in general have been getting to meet so many different people from different walks of life. I know when COVID hit, everybody was kind of obviously stranded at home. And I was really excited to be able to join different groups and people providing services like I think it's Speak to Spirit with Gayleen. So we did quite a few grief coaching sessions and grief sessions for individuals who were really struggling with the loss of loved ones. That was a big high for me. I think every single client that I've worked with who've had progress and made very significant changes to their life for me has always been a high point. The biggest compliment I can get is a client saying, thank you for being there. I really appreciate it. And at the end of the day, that's what I've aimed for. Accolades aside, all the fun stuff aside, I think for me, it's just being able to make an impact on people's lives.
And any lows you've gone through?
Um, I think if you're a healer or you are someone that works with mental health,
Hmm.
anxiety, individuals, I think the lowest points is when you hear the heartbreaking stories and how people weren't heard or weren't
Hmm.
encouraged to deal with the emotional trauma or to deal with what's come up for them. A lot of words get thrown around nowadays, narcissism, narcissistic abuse, emotional trauma, childhood trauma. And I think because it's become so generic, people who have that on a very, very deep level feel like it's just one of those things. And for me, that's always a low when I hear someone say, oh, no, but, someone else's was worse, or someone else's trauma was worse. No, but it's not as bad as it seems. For me, it's heartbreaking because it's basically like they've been told, it's actually not that bad. What you've been through is fine. It's not really a big deal. But every person's journey is unique. And it's always sad for me to listen to someone who said to me, this is the first time I've ever said this out loud. This is the first time I've dealt with it. So that is a heartbreaking low for me.
Okay, what are your future plans for this year and beyond?
So there are some exciting things coming up, which I'm very keen. It's all in the works, but a lot
Oh,
more online accessibility. There's going to be some group stuff, some programs. I'm moving into a little bit of a new direction with some of the stuff that I'm doing. But it's more around online stuff, accessibility, and group work that I'm going to be doing. And almost like a program that people can join, a combination of coaching, yoga, working with soul connection, past lives, other trauma that you've been through. So really kind of putting everything together in one space for you to do mind, body, and emotional healing.
okay. What are your words of inspiration for the people that may want to enter the space that you're in?
I think the biggest one is trust your gut. Trust your gut, trust what your sixth sense or your intuition is telling you. If you feel something is right for you, go for it. If you feel like something doesn't resonate and doesn't work for you, it's okay to say, this is not for me. Follow your heart, and that's going to be the most important thing that's going to lead you to that kind of success that you want, the kind of life that you want to lead.
Okay, before we wrap off, would you be open to doing future chats regarding the upcoming stuff you'll be bringing out?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, this is one of the things that I love doing is I love chatting about holistic practices, holistic feels, because I feel like some of it is not knowledge everybody knows about. And it's one of those things where you don't know what you don't know until someone starts talking about it. That was me. It was like a rabbit hole. Don't know about this, let me learn more. Oh, there's this, let me learn more. So very happy to have future conversations.
Okay, thanks so much for your time and look forward to seeing you more in the future.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Siddharth. Have a lovely day.
Sure.